What's up, everybody? This is the Runners Club podcast. Yeah, we are your illustrious MCs, illustrious
What?
hosts, Courtney Phillips,
Host?
Manning, and Ian Gonzalez.
Oh my God. Good morning, y'all. How we feeling? I know it's thick into marathon training season. So if you listen to this on your run, keep going. Chin up, back straight, control your breathing, and enjoy getting these miles.
Thick into it. Although I would say that for some, not really thick into it, because from what I'm hearing from little birdies in Chicago, that some people after the half are like, it's all good. I'll start in a little bit. Like, I just ran a half marathon. Like, I raced savage. Like, let me rest. I'm going to come and get to it when I'm ready. And it's like, that's where you go wrong.
Yeah, facts. Listen, the half marathon has provided y'all with the Shamrock, and the half marathon has provided y'all with an unbelievable amount of base. Okay, definitely if you took your 2 weeks off to rest, chill, recuperate their legs, but you are well. Like I really feel like if people are taking on like proper practicing procedures and methods and stuff like that, we should see a drop in injuries. If people are recovering, people are paying attention to recovery, respecting their paces, go fast when it's time for you to go fast, go slow when it's time for you to go slow. We should see a drop in injuries,
right,
and an increase in race day performance. Mark should just be wilding out the bag right now.
Right. I mean, I concur, and I feel like people, to your point, it's like, use this as an opportunity to push forward and to make new personal bests. Even if that's not in that personal best could be you just not getting shin splints during training, because
Facts.
you've already have that great base.
Somebody,
I'm talking very specifically about myself. But as an example.
I love it. Keep going, y'all. Like, don't sit on the couch too long. Still respect the slow build. Like, you don't have to jump out the gate. Keeping the long runs as high as you were when you was half marathon training. Maybe drop it down a little bit. Ease into it. Just
ease into it. What's that song?
I don't know. But
yeah. Oh, damn.
You was ready.
I was so ready, but the tune just didn't come through. Yeah. So
I got to fresh out the shower sweats right now. Like, this is wild, man.
You taking too hot of showers.
Yo, like, I tried to turn it down. I haven't gotten used to this new shower. And then also, this shirt kind of tight. Your boy been eating nothing but McDonald's for the last
I thought you were gonna be like,
3 weeks.
I've been working out.
No, this transition has been crazy. I haven't eaten out of a fridge in weeks.
It's giving stress eating.
Oh my God. Listen, I'm so happy. I'm gonna make the biggest pot of rice. Probably tomorrow night. Because tonight I'm going bachata dancing with my dad. Wow. For his birthday.
That's beautiful.
I will see about that. I've never seen my dad like out in nightlife before. Also that, and then two, like that's all I got. All I got is 2 steps. You know what I'm saying, to the side. I could do the front a little bit, but the transition is a little rocky.
Are you guys gonna dance together?
No,
you're part. I feel like that.
Bachata is.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I asked, because I'm
not pressing dicks with my dad. Like, we're not doing that. Like,
you know what I mean? You could give some space in between, but he could teach you.
No, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm on.
Have fun.
Oh, like, that shit just made me hotter.
You're gonna bring Karen with you, so you have a partner. Because who you gonna be dancing with?
This mug then went out of town.
Oh, okay.
She out there, like,
living her best life.
Living her little best life, you know what I'm saying? Out here in the wilderness, finding herself, getting her career paths and shit together with a whole group of other people. Like, it's a lot.
She's living.
I'm out here by myself. I'm gonna be out here getting laughed at Puerto Ricans.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to like, where am I trying to go with this? So because you're in your new apartment, so is it you have AC going? Are these
Oh,
like
oh,
post shower sweats happening
oh.
because you don't have AC? Because I also been checking the weather out there, and like every day the high is at least 80 something.
The highest, no, no. First of all, no to AC. There is no central air. Okay. Only thing I can rely on is Mother Nature at this point. And I can't open my windows because we
Ah,
also like breathing in smoke. You know what I'm saying? I was listening
right.
to NPR this morning. It was like being outside right now, like it
Yeah.
it can cause stroke and heart attack when the air quality index is at 100.
And it's
Right
like,
now, it is
yeah,
at 200.
damn. You better turn
You
that
feel
fan
me?
on back there.
Yo, now you already know. I
Circulate the
can't even.
heat,
You
circulate the
already.
air.
I would love to, but I haven't gotten to the fans yet. Okay, we've
Oh,
had this conversation offline. I have not gotten to the fans yet, but that is my priority today. Today is my little off day. I will be scrubbing said fans so I can keep them running.
okay.
Yes, listen, y'all, listen, listen. If you can stay where you at, stay where you at. Moving this ghetto. Finding new apartments is freaking ridiculous. Okay. All right. You gotta sell basically your soul.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how much apartments cost is like 10 years of life. Um plus 1,500 upfront first and last. Uh it is ridiculous. Okay. I told my landlord the other day, because there were some things that need to be fixed. I was like, listen. I am a super simple, easy, and flexible tenant. There are some basic quality of life issues that need to be taken care of as soon as possible. You take care of that, we are good. 9 times out of 10, I will be here for a minimum 2 years because I don't want to do this shit again. Like just like that.
Like, please.
Please fix my screen windows. Okay. So I can open my windows once we get out of this box of Newports that we're currently living in. Don't get me started. Do not get me started. Do not get me started on this apartment. It has been, I call Courtney. Just, I call Courtney for emotional support. I've heard that she is great at
Shut
emotional
up.
support, so I call her
I can
for that.
listen. I am a
She
good
did.
listener. Don't play with
She
me.
was. She was awesome, y'all. She was awesome. Not once did she tell me what you should do is she just listened. She gave me affirmations. You know what I'm saying? She asked questions and stuff like that. That's what I needed because when I called her, it was day one and I was overwhelmed. It was day one.
I was like, where's Karen?
At home, at home, at home with her feet up, just enjoying herself.
She already did all that.
She already went through all of that. She
Yeah.
cool. She could. Yeah. For those who don't know, and I don't even know this is gonna be weird saying, but like me and Cameron do not live together. We tried that for 8 months. It did not work out well. Um, Only because like it's just too many people in small spaces. Okay. Karen needs her space. I need my space. Our children need their space. So we got we're not living together. We
You're
live 4 blocks
regrouping.
away. Yeah,
Yeah.
we regrouping. Okay. We went to our separate corners and was like, Woosah, let's figure this out.
I still
Okay.
love you.
I love you. You love me. We live like 3 blocks away from each other. Okay. Family dinner still happen, but this currently makes sense right now. So if that's confusing when I'm referencing the fact that she was not here shooting in the gym with me, it's because she had her own gym. Okay. And
Okay.
she was comfortable as fuck. She was happy.
Yeah.
Sitting at her new desk, her new couch, living it up. She cleaned her apartment, but she ended up coming over later in the weekend to help me with the windows, to clean the windows, my white
Mhm.
windows that were basically biracial of how black they were, um, for 3 hours. And she was like, okay, I get it. I understand. I went to her house and stayed there for 2 days with 101 fever because of how dirty my apartment was.
Well, damn.
Okay. That is my TED talk, y'all. Listen, if the rent isn't crazy increased, figure it out. If you live with your partner, figure it out. Like
Yeah, do it
maybe
your
eat
way.
out less
Every
once.
relationship is different.
No, I'm just no, not even that. But like eat out one less time a week. Okay. Like
Okay.
sacrifice something, pay that extra $100 in rent because y'all, they do not care about you.
Don't
Stay
move.
where you at. Do not
Yeah.
move.
Make the best of what you got.
You
And
feel
with
me?
that, we're gonna let in our guest today because we always wrap it back to running, and today's guest is a goodie. It's a good one.
Facts.
So we'll be right back.
All right, let's do it.
All right, we're back. And first of all, I just want to thank Ian for letting us in because I just feel like that was amazing. And I just really cherish those moments. And then secondly, I just want to welcome our guest in, Daniel, and his last name is Kumapayi, which I just learned. But he's going to welcome in Daniel, first of all. And then I would love it if you were to like give us the way you say your last name, because we already talked about this. I can't do that thing that you do in the back of your throat.
Oh, Kumapayi.
Yes, thank you.
Yo, it's like it's okay. It's like given like the end of it, the bayi, the bayi part is given mad Asian. Like
Oh, Kumapayi means death shall not take this one.
Period.
that should not. Oh, I'm gonna tell him Julius is gonna go.
Yo,
Julius is gonna go ham.
You
I'm
need to
sharing that
put
with
that
him.
in your bio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a cool name.
That's a very cool name.
That I like appreciate that so much because like American names are just like there's nothing there. There's no substance.
It's
and
the
stuff.
Bible for us.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like
Matt,
I wish
Michael,
I wish
Paul.
like Ian. I wish Ian meant something.
Oh, it means whatever you want it to mean. Like
You know what? I actually met somebody. Where are you right now, Daniel?
I'm in Nigeria.
Okay, so I actually met a Nigerian woman the other day, and she said Ian is very common in Nigeria as a given name.
He looking up in the sky like he don't agree.
He's
He's trying to recall the last time he ever met an Ian in Nigeria.
I met like there are a lot of people here, so they really could be. Like I'm in Lagos, but who knows? Maybe outside of Lagos, there are people. Yeah,
because of like British influence and shit like that.
Oh yeah, British is heavy here. Very
heavy.
How long you been out there?
Since June 7th. It's been pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
So not a full month yet, and you live the rest of the year in Chicago.
No, I'm gonna be back in Hyde Park August like 14.
Yeah,
I'm here for. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm so sad I'm missing the Mob Mile this year. I saw it's like August 10th. I was like, damn, man. I thought that was gonna be my debut back.
Oh man. So why did you go to Nigeria? Like Courtney was saying that it may have been for training, but I feel like also it's probably just for family.
Yeah, your family's there, but I'm saying he is training for the Chicago Marathon.
Yeah, I'm training for the Chicago Marathon, but I'm actually here mostly for like my nonprofit organization. I think doing work in the US is a bit hard, but I like was working with the Chicago Phil, and then I just kind of
Philharmonic.
Yeah, Philharmonic, and I
For
just wanted
to be giving us industry
right,
talk,
we
bro.
need to know, right? Like,
Chicago Philharmonic.
Daniel plays instruments.
Yeah, I'm like music education and arts administration, but one day I was just kind of like, I really want to, try and grow my nonprofit more. So I put in my resignation letter, and then I was like unemployed for a bit, and then I applied for like this assistantship in grad school because I have one more year left, and thankfully I got my first choice, so I don't have to pay tuition anymore. And just like I get like a stipend that pays a little bit more actually than my job that I was doing full time, and I just do 20 hours a week. So with me being unemployed this summer and I had some money saved up, I just like decided to go to Nigeria earlier because I was like, why not?
Right. So
yeah.
what is the non-for-profit? Like what is that?
We're like an international nonprofit organization dedicated to creating accessible means for Nigerian musicians to pursue their artistic visions. I think if people know me, like I'll put our Instagram in the chat here, but like if people know me, I run a lot and I do a lot of akochiko. That's like the two things I do. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well, okay. So what instruments do you play, and
I
how'd you
would
get
say
into playing?
a double bass is my primary. I would
Is that
say even
that's the
though
upright bass?
yeah, even though I did music education, I would say I'm most comfortable on like strings. But like when I think it's a differentiation, you know, when we say playing versus teaching. Like for a cello, I could probably introduce the beginning pedagogy, but I could not go play a concerto on the cello.
What the
Okay.
fuck
Like
is a pedagogy?
like pedagogy is like I guess I
C
don't
through
know,
C.
it's like the method and practice of teaching. Like
Okay.
there's a pedagogy maybe to running in regards to like your form. Like
Oh,
I
I'm using
probably
this.
can't
Okay.
go. I probably can't go to the Olympics, but I can help someone understand the basic pedagogy of like running mechanics, maybe at least, and then they
Mm,
can go to the Olympics.
This is
fire.
poetry to my ears.
Fire.
Yeah.
That's a word of the day.
Yeah, pedagogy. So yeah, so you're like, so where were you born then?
I was born in Lagos, like
Okay,
so.
and your parents live there?
You know, they're actually in Michigan in Grand Rapids, but like they were born in Nigeria. So
Okay, so when did you come here?
when I was 5,
Lit.
yeah. Fun fact: we actually came to the U.S. on my birthday. So my
When's your
birthday is September 28th.
Wow, that's really special.
My birthday is also the anniversary we came to the U.S.
That's big. That's a lot.
My dad always tells me that's my birthday present for her.
Yeah, I'm like that, but that's
I
a
don't
lot of travel. Like that's a lot. That's a lot.
F5.
Wow.
But that's
Mm.
fire. That's fire. So did you grow up in Michigan? Did you grow up in Chicago?
I grew up. Well, we lived in D.C. for a while because my dad went to Howard, and then after he graduated from Howard, we moved to like
Come
Wyoming,
on,
Michigan.
Okay.
Howard. Come on, no, but
Yeah.
Okay.
like, let's just take a beat here because to be like an a West African immigrant into the United States, and then to go to Howard, I feel like I hear a lot of like immigrants that go to like stereotypically like white institutions. So to like go to Howard, I feel like
How did he end
Yeah.
up at
is
Howard?
special.
I don't know. I know like my dad's first generation, but I don't know. I was too young to even think about what
You
my
should
dad was doing.
you
I
should
was
ask him.
I should ask him.
Yeah,
One of
like
these
what
days.
I will
what
say,
What
what
was the
led you to
logic with
Howard in the what?
Howard?
He went to college in what, like the 80s, 90s?
nah, my dad just
70s?
turned 60.
Yeah, my dad is like 63.
I think
So,
the
and he
90s or early.
no, because
No,
how
like
old are
that.
you? When were you born?
I'm 24. I was born
So
in
you were
1990.
born in the 90s, but like he probably was in school in the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Maybe early 2000.
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to
he's
see if he got
60.
fresh off the plane and got lit out in Howard. That's like
Bruh.
I'm trying to see. Like,
What was the
No,
what was the mission?
my dad did his PhD in pharmacy at Howard, so he was.
oh, okay.
Oh,
He
later
wasn't
in
out.
life. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
why I was thinking he might have been like a younger man, like just getting
No,
caught up, like
he
going
was
hard.
married. His kids were already there. Like he was busy.
Okay, that makes sense. That
Magron.
makes sense. I'm tweaking. That makes sense. Okay. Also, our dad, like my dad is a immigrant as well. And what I've learned at like 30, 34 years old is that there's so much that I do not know about this man because they do not volunteer information. And
No,
you can
that's
only imagine. Like I grew up, like honestly, most of my life, I did not know what my dad did for money. Like, I don't know where he worked. I don't know his employment. I don't know what industry he was in. Nothing. And so
I
like they
can say
just
the same
don't
thing.
volunteer stuff.
And my dad is from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
And you know what I mean? He has a law degree, but I'm like, nigga, what do you do? I don't know. He would get up and go. I'd be like, I have no idea what you're doing today or the next.
no, that's funny.
So
I don't know what.
so okay, what what brought you into running then? Like, where did you run in school? Did
Oh,
you like,
yeah.
did you just get into it?
I think like I was always like an active kid. I remember, when we were doing sports, I actually wanted to do football, but my mom was like, "Nah." So we kind of agreed on doing non-contact sports only,
Mm.
and track is a non-contact sport, so that's why I ended up doing track. But I've always been a pretty active kid, and I've been running since elementary. Like I would just be chasing people during recess; they would chase me, or and then middle school, that's when I first did track. And yeah, I think it's more so I like to be active, and because I do running, but I've done like the Indianapolis sprint triathlon. So just anything in regards to being active, except for golf. I don't count golf as
Yeah,
being
fuck
active.
golf.
For
Oh,
me.
it is active.
Damn.
Okay, first of all, I'm just gonna put that piece of information to the side for a moment. Okay, maybe I'll come back. But I love that you talk about non-contact sports because I'm the same way. And I used to say that all the time. People would be like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I'm not gonna play. I don't like basketball. I don't like people touching me." Okay. I played volleyball where my team was on the other side of the net. You know what I mean? Softball, I was out in the field, then I wasn't. But the teams are not collaborating on the field in the same, like, and
There's
I
no
also,
clashing.
there's no clashing and you're not bumping up against me and touching me. And I don't, so yeah, not like the contact sports are for whatever. There's not for me.
Yeah, that's cool.
So what about so when you went to college, did you compete in college or anything like that?
No, I was
Or-
clear. Actually, when I got to Michigan, I did a lot of like club sports. So like I was actually part of the. I joined the rugby club for like 2 weeks and then I quit because I was like,
Okay.
"Yo, this is crazy." I was just like, the people there, I just felt like, "Yeah, this is crazy." And then I actually joined the box. The reason why I made the boxing club is I think I just outran everyone. Like I
Mm.
wasn't did like the tryouts. I wasn't good at like all the technical stuff, but I just outran everyone. But then I left the boxing club because my music professor, told me I can't be doing that because I'm playing
your
like
hands.
yeah, and I was like, okay, this because I was also on scholarship, and he's like, if you injure your hands, like, well, what are you supposed
We're
to do?
gonna do.
So
Don't fuck with the money.
so I joined I was a part of the track club. And I remember we went to a meet one time where some of the members from the actual track team was there, and I thought there would be like some sense of like friendliness, but I don't even think they acknowledged the track club. I was kind of surprised, but it was all right. It
That's petty.
was all right. Track club, M run for life. Yeah.
Wow. So you're kind of like a Midwest person,
Yeah,
Midwest
I've lived in
guy.
Midwest most of my life, but yeah. I'm graduating May, and like I would want to stay in Chicago. Like if I ever had to move out of Chicago, there would have to be a running community. Like I couldn't be
Hmm.
somewhere that like I'm not trying to build a running community. I just need to go somewhere where like running
They
is just
have one.
happening.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Then you can tap in.
That'd be a red flag if I went somewhere and there was no running community. I would because I
So
think when I learned
go
about
ahead.
Gumbo Fit's become such a big part of my life, and it's like I can't imagine like Track Tuesday. I used to like skip class to go to Track Tuesday. Like Track Tuesday, was religious for me. Like I would tell my professor, I can't make it today. Like,
Not today.
yeah,
So okay, so you've ran a couple. I feel like you've ran a couple marathons, or you've done the marathon before, but you're doing the Chicago Marathon this year, and it sounds like you're also a ambassador for like CEM, like the company that puts on like the Shamrock, the half, and the full in Chicago. So can you tell us about that?
yeah. So yeah, I did. I've done the Ann Arbor Marathon, Chicago Marathon. I did like this one in like Schaumburg recently. And now, yeah, I'm doing the Chicago, and I am an ambassador for the CEM. And it's been cool. I've been trying to make some running content here in Nigeria because I definitely think training here is, man, it's interesting. It's very interesting. Like I could go running at 6 a.m. and
Mhm.
it feels like 89 degrees. Like this
Wow.
morning I ran like 5 miles and it felt like 80. It's like 80 above. Like you would just be sweating. on an easy
So
amount.
it's like mad humid.
I'll be doing a 9:30 pace, sweating like so it's it's definitely interesting like training here, and then it's also like how they have lakefront drive in Chicago. Me training on like because there's the island and then there's the mainland. I'm on the mainland mostly, and
Mhm.
like usually sometimes I have to be like dodging cars because like just people driving in Lagos is also like that's another variable. But my mom or most of my friends are like, Daniel, please
Yeah.
stop running. They don't they don't get it.
They
They
don't
don't get
get
it.
Well,
it.
they also are probably like, don't get hit by a car. Be safe.
Yeah, but they're like like they don't know my running community. Like they just
Yeah.
know as like music. They don't know running, Daniel. So
Yeah.
Right,
That's
right, right.
that's wild. You should try to get them out to one of like the Chicago Marathon on the
I
day
could,
of. Bring them to the cheer station so they can see what it's about. So they can see all those thousands and thousands of runners doing it for no damn reason. That might
yeah.
make sense.
No, I think eventually. Maybe I'll invite my parents. My parents actually, it's my mom always went to my like sporting events. My dad was usually always working, but I'm hoping for the Chicago Marathon this year. Maybe they can come and like
Come through.
watch. Yeah.
Come
Yeah, that would
through.
that would that would be super cool, super fun. Like, is there a running community, or is there like a place where you can go and like do some runs with a group of athletes?
Yeah, so actually when Jared came to Nigeria last, I learned about a couple groups. They're mostly on the island though. I haven't like gone to see them because like traffic is like really bad. So like what should take 15 minutes could take 4 hours. So
No.
depending on the day, I wouldn't even like if it's on a weekend, Sunday, maybe I'll go out. But like weekdays, I don't even dare like go from mainland to island because like traffic, man, you could be in your car like all day if you leave at the wrong time. But I did meet a runner
Wow.
named Prince. I'll put him in the chat. Prince is he's fast. He's really cool. So usually when I do my long runs, I do it with him. And I'm really happy I found him because yeah, it would be very hard to do long runs by myself. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
cool.
So
I
what
see you and Prince on his Instagram. That's you guys are running together a lot. You're in like
Yeah, we
I see you in like 4 5 of his posts
no,
just off top.
yeah. Well, actually, one cool thing about Prince, I remember I asked in the Gummo Fit group chat if anyone had an old Garmin, because
Uh-huh.
like again, like there's a sense of insecurity in Nigeria. So I know Prince said like a while back when he was running, someone actually like stole his Garmin. So thankfully, though,
Oh.
Picasso said he had an old Garmin, so I gave him Picasso's like Garmin. So now Prince is really happy because now when he trains, like he can like actually like track his running time. So
Do people
yeah.
use I see he's using the Garmin app. Is he on Strava? Have you
No,
showed him Strava?
I think it's because the phone he has. Because
Okay.
Mhm.
I think one disparity I've realized is like when I'm in the US, a lot of my friends have like iPhones, but then when I'm in Nigeria, like there's some people that don't even have Samsung. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard about techno. it's like
Nah.
it's like a it's like I don't know. It's like so like some people don't have the compatibility to use Strava
Yeah,
because of their
yeah,
phone.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
I think it's really dope. I mean, Prince looks really cool. It looks like he like I mean, he literally has his times for 50K, 60K, 20 marathon, half marathon, 10K, 5K. That's
I
Yeah.
lit.
love it.
That's
I
all in
wish
his
I wish there
bio.
were more I wish there were more races in Nigeria, but I don't like it was fun. I was running at University of Lagos and how people run shirtless, like
Uh-huh.
in Chicago. I did that one time and like this one guy like stopped me. He thought I was like insane or something. So like even running shirtless is like is people would think you're
Doing
like
doing the
something's
most.
wrong with you.
You said like shirtless? Like
Yeah, like it's
that's
just
wild.
people would think you're like, mentally insane. Even like I think like for most women too, I haven't really seen like a woman running like a sports bra. It's very like
Uh,
I don't know, cover yourself.
Yeah.
that's interesting. Okay, cool, cool. Like just even though you working out, there's still some level of decency that you should maintain.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like, but for me, I always tell Prince when we run like in the morning.
I
Like
also don't know
that,
if I've ever seen you run with a shirt on.
no, that's true.
Right.
No, I run with a shirt on. Yeah, in Nigeria, but like usually when we go out to run, I always tell Prince like his 80 degree that he's used to. For people in the morning, that could feel kind of cold, chilly. Me, I'm dying already. So I never
Mm.
really trained in the afternoon because like their hot like would kill me and my cold would kill them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that makes a
So
lot of sense.
what is training looking like for you right now? Like because I know you to be a ridiculously fast runner. I also know you to like have like this like Prefontaine s spirit, like you just going and going and going, and
Yeah.
until your 10 kids eat. So what is training like for you? Is it like kind of just balls to the walls? Is it like a slow build? Do you have like a plan? Do you have a goal at the end of it too?
Yeah, so it's a continuous build. I think I'm on week 4 right now. I think the nice thing is before it was really hard to train because I was working full time. I was doing a coaching ball and I was also like training and then I just life was really busy. But because I quit my job, I'm just in Nigeria. Like my main focus is just doing like a coaching ball and outside of that, I run. So usually I was horrible at waking up in the morning, but in Nigeria, like the only time that's really best to train is in the morning. So, like, I've been pretty. If you check me out on Strava, I've been pretty
I haven't
consistent
seen you. I haven't seen you
since
be consistent, but you're also
since June.
humorous.
Since June, is rising. So I think when like last year, I think the biggest thing for me is just like being very like consistent, like very and like trying to, especially when it gets like week 6 and 7, like don't let it drop below like 50. Like just keep rising until it's time for that taper. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you
But
okay,
my goal,
so
what
oh
were you saying?
go
Oh,
ahead.
I said my goal is like definitely like sub 3. Like if I don't do
Period.
sub, like have you ever seen WWE with the I quit match? The I
Yeah,
quit.
yeah.
That's how I feel. It's like I quit running. Like if I finish and it's not like I quit, bro, I'm gonna start riding horses or something. Like it's an I
He
quit.
said, I'm gonna become an equestrian. Fuck
how
this.
how long have you been trying to go sub 3?
Um, I don't know. Ever since I started running, but when I started doing marathons, the first one I did, I was like, okay, I could do this. But then I always realized in the back of my head, like, oh, Daniel, you were a sprinter. You never did like 800. Like I always did hundreds, 200s long jump. So I always have to tell myself that. But then part of me is like, who cares? I'm gonna do this
Yeah.
distance thing. But I think this is the
But
year.
y'all gotta understand, Daniel runs distance like a sprinter. Like
Yeah.
it's 0 to 10, and then it's 10 for as long as he can hold it. So
Yes.
Yeah,
I feel like if I went back and looked at most of your races, they're probably definitely positive splits and not negative splits.
yeah. I'm not a negative splitter. I'm like,
Yeah.
But
but
maybe
what do you say?
I was just gonna say, are you considering changing that up to help you get to that sub 3?
No, I'm thinking about just being consistent. I'm not thinking about negative splitting. Like my goal is definitely like, probably like, I don't know, 650 pace. And then one thing from Chicago, definitely don't push it after half. I think I'll push it after the 20 mile. But
Yeah.
20 miles to 26, it's all gas.
Yo, that shit 13 miles and was like, this is where the race starts. Let's go.
Yeah. Chinatown was bad in Chicago. I got to Chinatown and I was cramping. I was crying. It was so sad because like we got to Chinatown, they were shooting the confetti, but I was literally crying because I was like, here am I in Chinatown, everyone's shooting confetti, all these dragons, and like I'm just like on the side, just limping. It was bad.
Oh
But
my
I've
God.
been
Man.
stretching more too. I've been stretching more.
Oh,
There we
that's
go.
good. Mobility stretching. So can you give us just an example of what it's looking like for your training? Because like I've seen the track, like I've been looking at your Instagram and I see like the track and like some of the paths that you've been taking, like on Strava, I've peeped like your routes. Like
Yeah.
I would love, I mean, like I really love that content. I
Yeah.
love it on Strava, but then it's like I'm sure if you shared it on your
Yeah.
page, it would probably go off. Because I'm just curious, just me personally, like I'm just
Well,
curious about what it's like actually training in Lagos.
I think for me, like when I run to Unilag, which some of my friends don't tell me to, but it's just easier. But like, if I run from here to Unilag, you know, the roads aren't good. So oftentimes, and it's also rainy season. So like when I was
Mhm.
running today, you could see like a huge path just covered with water. Or like when I
Mm.
went to like Superior, like it could be like maybe like 250 meters of just water and people are driving over that. So
Right.
like I feel like
What
I
the
do a
fuck is
lot of
250 meters? What is that in feet? Like
oh
150?
no, like in terms of distance, like the if
Yeah.
you thought the
Like
track,
think of a track,
Oh,
like you
okay.
can see like a whole
like
street just
half
covered with
half a
water.
track.
Okay. That okay.
But
I like the
like,
Yeah.
street analogy. That's my favorite.
but I feel like I do a lot of like jumping, like jumping like just
Oh my
over
God.
things or like water. And then I think just also being like conscious because I've I think people can sometimes tell like oh like I think it's they call like they would call me like a IJGB. I just got back, which means like oh it's a Nigerian that
I
like
just got back.
so like people may think I'm like rich or have because dollars go really far in Nigeria, but like I want to publicly announce I'm not rich. I'm doing I'm just Daniel. I'm not rich.
Right.
I'm just by. So sometimes when I'm running, I usually that's why I do my long runs with Prince because like it's a bit safer because because the hard thing, man, all my gear says Bank of America, Chicago Marathon, Bank of America. So it's like I
Bank of
don't have
America.
I don't have a lot of running gear that like fits in. All my shoes are Nike, so it's like I don't know.
You out there looking like a stain right now. Like
But that's all the gear I own. Like I don't have any like all I got is Nike. Like so
okay. So when your friends are telling you not to run from where you are to I think you said uni or whatever. What was it where you running to?
University of Lagos.
Right. So the danger is not necessarily um the traffic and the cars and stuff like that. It's that you could potentially get robbed or get hurt or something like that. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, like one of
Yeah.
our team members, one of his relatives, like 2 weeks ago, like got kidnapped. And
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
don't.
say kidnapping is like seems to
Yeah,
be it.
I don't want to get kidnapped. I'm not looking for. I'm just trying to train for this marathon. So
Yeah.
I know some people will be like, okay, maybe I don't want to run, but like me, I can't come back to Chicago looking sloppy, because that's when everyone's gonna be really in shape. And I just can't come back looking sloppy. I gotta make sure I come back
Oh
ready.
my God. Oh my God. Well, you know what? Just I guess be faster than your pursuers. Like, I don't know.
No, I swear, like when it gets 6, pace be dropping, man.
Yeah,
Like if
that's why
I
you gotta pace yourself. You gotta keep some stuff in the tank so that if you need to push, you can.
yeah, luckily no one's like chased after me while I'm running, but I do see runners too in the morning, which is cool. Because
Mhm.
when I first started running here, I didn't see anyone. Then I realized, oh, there are certain pockets where runners exist, and it's
Mhm.
cool seeing other runners in Lagos. So
That's smooth. That's smooth. That's an interesting amount of elements that you have to deal with to get prepared for marathon. Are because I also feel like Nigeria is becoming like a bit of a tourist destination. I'm sure it always has been, but I see it like really, really starting to pop up on social media as a place where people want to go. Like if a runner was visiting Nigeria, but also still wanted to get a couple runs in, like, do you have any advice for them?
yeah, like one thing I thought, like the more I live in like Nigeria, like if someone came, like one thing I realized, like for example, my parents don't like to budget. So when we were planning our sister's wedding in Nigeria, me and my brother made our mom do a budget. But like if someone came to Lagos, I could probably give them a budget of what they'll be spending. Because one issue I had was I tried having a budget, knowing how much I'll be spending, but no one really knows because in Lagos, it's always like, it's like an estimate. No one like it's like, but I like to have a budget in mind, knowing how much would I be spending. Because like if you try and look up places on websites, you may get there and they may say a different price or something. So if people are running, I do know of spots, but it is possible. And what was the other thing? Like I'll definitely say Nigeria is becoming more of like a tourist spot. We do have the Lagos City Marathon, but I've heard it's not been the most well organized race. But I hope to
Okay.
do it someday.
Right. I think that was one of the places that they were, because I heard the Abbott World Majors, who does the Chicago Marathon, and 6 or 7 others or whatever, they were considering adding a race. And I think the Lagos Marathon might have been the race, one of the contenders for the race they wanted to add.
Oh wow. Lagos would
Yeah.
be a hard place for people to, because one, we're right next to the Atlantic Ocean, so it's very
Right.
we're at sea level. But I think the other thing is like the heat. So like I haven't done Lagos City Marathon, and in no way am I trying to talk bad about it. I'm just saying everyone I've spoken to that has interacted with the race, they didn't speak too well of the organization. But I'll still do it. I just
Yeah.
want to run, and I wish there was a race I could do before I go back to Chicago. So, but I might end up doing like a time trial with Prince or something.
Okay.
Mm.
That's
Have you
fire.
ever considered doing that race that's in South Africa? It's a
Oh,
ultra comrades.
yeah, comrades. Yeah.
I haven't. Oh, I see it. Maybe not now, but I think I'm hoping my life will just be doing like arts administration within like I just like developing the arts in Africa and running. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping maybe once I'm done, like I don't like to travel, but if you say, "Hey, let's go run a marathon," okay, let's travel. So
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it. I love
yeah,
that. I love that. Where what's the name of your not-for-profit?
Akojokbo.
He added it in the chat. It's also in your bio on IG. I saw.
Yeah. Oh wait,
How
which
can
was
people
So people can check that
support it?
out.
I think for us, just like, well, I think the biggest thing I've realized in terms of like supporting, I think for our supporters, it tends to be people who are either like African, who maybe maybe they are engineered today, but in their past life they did music. So like, if you don't like, if you're not musically inclined, you don't have to like force yourself to, follow us. But if you
Mhm.
know you are musically inclined and interested in like African music, because Afrobeats wasn't popular for a while, and then eventually got excuse me, Afro. I always get this confused. There's Afro beats.
Yes.
Let me just double check really quickly.
All I know is Afrobeats.
There's a difference.
Between
There's a
Afrobeats and what?
okay, so Afro beats is the genre created by Fela Kuti.
Yeah, I
But
was
then
gonna say I was like Fela Kuti.
yeah, but then Afro beats, that's what that's kind of like the popular music we hear today. But I think it's really not.
Did you say the difference between just adding an S at the end and not adding an S at the end? I feel like that's what you said. Afro beat is
Only
Fela Kuti. So Afro beat without an S is Fela Kuti. He started
Afro
that.
beats and Afro beat is more like. Let me look at my notes. I took notes on this a while
Not
ago.
notes.
This man
So
loves
like
music.
Afrobeat, I don't know. I'm not a musicologist. Some of my other friends are better musicologists. But I just want Afrobeat references more of Fela Kuti in regards to like jazz, high life, traditional African music. But then Afro beats is more of like that pop music we hear from like Burna Boy and like Wizkid.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. I keep that in mind when I'm on Apple Music.
Afro beats is what you're listening to.
Okay. I have another question. About just like how many languages do you speak? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, I actually just speak English. I've been trying to practice my Yoruba more. It's been interesting because here in Lakes, I can practice it. But I think Trevor Noah said one time in this video, like to be able to speak another language, you have to be fine with sounding dumb. So like I'm Yoruba, but sometimes if I speak Yoruba, someone might think I'm Igbo because like they may, but I'm not. I'm just Yoruba. And sometimes I don't speak because like, man, it's exhausting getting laughed at. It's like, you get laughed at and one day you're just like, okay, I'm speaking English, everyone. Screw it. No
They
more.
be roasting your ass.
Yeah, because like, yeah, Nigerians will laugh in your face. Nigerians will laugh in your front, back, your corners. Like, They don't. Yeah, they'll laugh.
And then also, okay, I'll just say for our followers, like and listeners, follow Daniel because he's hilarious. And like the content that you're making with running is funny. The one with with like coming out the bat, like you had a porta potty in one of them. That was cracking me up. You like were talking about your outfits or like the steps of starting your run, like all of these things that you do. And also like the stories, the memes you put in your stories.
I feel
It's
like
humorous.
I'm gonna make my stories like subscription because I feel like my account is more livelier on my story than
Yeah.
my
You
stories.
could you could literally create a meme account.
Yeah, I
Like
could, but
it's hilarious.
like running. I've always thought like, oh, what if I did running content creation? But I think the thing is, I like for me when it comes to running, I always like to say like I'm selfish because like as much as I like running clubs, I don't want to start a running club. I want to show up and just run and go home. Like I don't want to have to edit. Like I'll edit videos for because Chicago event management, graciously is giving me Nike gear. So I will make videos, but naturally I don't feel like making videos because I just want to run. That's it.
Facts.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm like, that's kind of like the era that I'm in right now, where it's like, although I did start a run club, my feelings are a little changed. I'm trying to be like, so what about my fitness and just showing up and popping out? Like it feels great out here in LA. So
I
yeah,
love that.
thank you so much for coming out or coming out. Thank you for hopping on and
No,
joining us.
no, this was cool. This was cool.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
I'll get like
mm,
followers. I don't know. Will this help my following rate? I don't know.
Yo,
If I get
go
one
follow.
follow, I'll be like, shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah, go follow Daniel. Man. Y'all will not be disappointed at all. Let's get
premium
some
running
good
content.
refresher running content right here. Let's go.
Yeah,
For 2 weeks only, I'm going to make my account public again.
it's not
For 2
public.
weeks only.
It was public, but then my enemies were coming after me, so I made it private, and then I'll make it public again.
Lit.
Well, I think so I think the reason why I made it private is because like with coaching ball, like one thing I realized is like me being like the the founder and executive director is like sometimes I don't like people who I interact with following my personal page because like that's like because then one thing my biggest pet peeve is when someone I knew on like professional level like messages me from my story and then keeps doing that. Like don't react too much to my messages. Like, if that makes sense. Like if I don't know
Your
you like
posts.
yeah, like don't like we knew each other on some business. Don't go to my personal page and look at my story and be like messaging me like too much. Cause like stop it. Like go
This is not an invitation to a conversation.
like yeah, like if you want to be on my story, like
just hard.
If I know you, great. If I don't know you, bro, just stalk and lurk. Don't
just stalk and lurk.
Don't message me too much.
That is funny as hell. Okay, so y'all go follow Daniel.
But don't say nothing.
But participate from a distance.
Not like if we know each other, like
because I am definitely that person that be up in people's stories because I just be like, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God, heart. Oh my God. And I bet people are like, if you don't leave me alone. But I'm like, shit, there's this whole era where everybody's like, you're just lurking, you're not interacting. Now it's the other way around.
If it's like I know you, sure, but if I don't know you, because now we just like internet friends and like I'm in a place in my life where I feel like I have enough friends. Like I know who's gonna be at my funeral. Like I don't need like I'm not looking for I don't know. I know my friends.
He said I'm good over here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as we have,
I think in life you can't be friends with everyone.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
it's better that way.
Facts. Well, for those of you who may still have your Instagram app open, please
look in the show notes. Follow Daniel.
You know what I'm saying? Follow the not-for-profit.
Yeah.
My man is out here I got the opportunity to hear you play at Heartbreak, which was beautiful. It was really dope. I know you said it was mad impromptu, Man, my man just got up there in front of a crowd and played something he never played before, which was like wild as hell. The level of confidence and bravery that I see in your running is probably multiplied in your playing. So continue. We love to see you actually get down one day.
Damn. So someone paid you to say that, Ian? That's kind of
No.
you. someone paid you to say that.
Not at all, bro. Not at all. It was really fire. I had August with me, and he really liked it. He thought it was.
Oh
pretty
yeah.
cool.
I've been saying hi to August since like 2002. I don't think he's ever said hi back.
Right, he don't be saying hi back.
No.
I feel like he just looks through me. Like I'll be
Yeah.
looking at him, but he looking through me.
Yeah. No, August is the celebrity. August is the important person. He like, yeah,
No, that's cool.
I see you. I see you.
That's good.
But
Yeah.
all right, man. Listen, you enjoy your day. Get a cold towel. Don't go back outside. We'll see if we can get you some non-branded merch.
Right.
So you can stay
Yeah, I need like
we're not trying to pay ransom out here.
I need like some, I don't know, like I don't want to say Adidas is not like, but like I feel like I see a lot more Adidas. I don't see Nike. Like I don't see Nike.
Yo,
as
quick
much.
question. If they allowed you to still train, if they was like, yo, come here, like if they grabbed you up and was like, hey, don't fight, you could still train, would you like just go with them?
Why?
Probably not, because I'm really looking forward to like going to Valois again. Because I've been to Valois. Like I'll be like, let me go to Valois real quick, then I'll come back. I'm eating a lot of Nigerian food, so like there's some American food I'm missing out on. Like here, it's really hard to buy like gallon milk. You can't. It's hard to find. So like when I want to eat
Isn't
cereal,
it powdered?
yeah, it's like powdered or canned. But if I just want to buy gallon milk, I don't know where I'm gonna get that.
Bruh, it's like what is it, 2023? Like you out here just still drinking like milk, like gallons of milk. I don't know
No,
nobody
it's
who
like
drink
powder
milk.
and then water. You gotta like
He's
make the
saying
milk.
generally you're drinking milk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I am drinking milk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it sounds like
You know what? This is also why I was excited about having you on, because I know for a fact that I feel like in my heart, most of your time, you are not intentionally funny. Like you're not trying to be funny, but you funny as fuck, bro.
This was an issue. Like when I was trying to, I have a girlfriend, but like back when I was single, I always get mad because I'll be trying to talk to girls. I'd be like, stop laughing. I'd be like, stop. Like, I'll just get so mad. Like, this ain't funny, bro. Like, I'm serious. And they'll just be laughing.
So you finally found someone who took you seriously?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess you could say that, yeah.
Yeah, like, still not even sure.
Who like knows when to laugh?
I don't think she finds. Well, I think she finds me. Maybe she'll like we don't post on social media right now, but we'll make our debut soon. I think I really like how I did like your wedding, Courtney, because it was very like I'm trying to do something like that. Very like just drop it and just delete my Instagram. just like just delete my Instagram and just say nothing. Like so.
Oh my God, I love it. I am looking forward to seeing the person, because that's when you know, like there's not a girlfriend anywhere in the world, color, creed, or culture, who thinks that their partner is actually funny. I don't care how many people laugh at them. I don't care if their professional job is to be funny. I don't think there's any girlfriend in the world. Karen does not think I'm funny. I'm annoying and inappropriate.
Yeah. I'm also very inappropriate, but like respectfully.
Facts.
Because it's jokes. Facts. It's jokes. It's jokes.
Facts.
My last question, since you started talking about food, is like what like I've never had fufu, and I really want to have fufu eventually. But like, what's your favorite Nigerian dish with fufu?
I'm trying to think.
Stews. okra.
Yo,
I
what is
think like
fufu?
it's like I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it to be
It's a
honest.
vessel that grabs the food.
Oh, is it like a
It's
little
the
potato?
vessel. I think it's
Like
from.
I think I had it at a baby shower this weekend. They told me it was like made. They told me it was made out of potato, but they like got this consistency, and I was like taking it, and I was like eating some oxtail with it and some jollof and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that might be it. I'm a visual person, but it could be it. But I
It
would
came
say,
like wrapped in saran wrap. It was like mad white, and it just
yeah,
like had this.
yeah.
Yeah, yo,
I,
that shit was fire, damn.
I would say my favorite thing is egusi soup with like red stew and like meat. I think one of the nice things about eating like living here is like I'm like naturally just eating a lot healthier because everything I'm eating is mostly made from scratch and like eating something like amala. Man, amala has like so many benefits that you don't even like know about, but like yeah. So I'm not eating as much. I can't go to Chinatown and order General Tso chicken for now, but yeah. For
I
now.
love it. You finna like make a Gucci level appearance for the
I'm gonna
Chicago Marathon. Just
I'm going to Chai Cafe to order everything they got in there.
oh my god. All right, man. Well, listen, we're gonna let you go. Thank you. We appreciate you for popping on.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing you back in August and seeing how this international training benefits you come race day in October, bro.
Oh no, it'll be cool. All
Yeah,
right. I'm gonna go do something. I can't tell you
yeah.
what I'm gonna go do something.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, bro.
Peace out. Thanks for joining us.
Woo!
This is why having Daniel on was like a must because he's funny.
That was listen. I hope y'all found something of value. That was definitely for us, folks. It's unnecessarily funny. It's ridiculous,
He
and
said,
it's not
"Who?"
intentional. Right? Who leaves a podcast like that? Like we didn't even tell my man's what we needed from him. We usually like pop out and just like, hey, thank you for coming back on. Da 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 da. Da. Send us 3 pictures in a bio. Folks said, "End. We're
leave,
done."
leave meeting room.
Foul.
Yeah. Shit. Okay. I don't even. You start. You
I
go
start.
ahead. Yeah, go
I don't
ahead.
know where to start, man. Listen, speaking of unnecessarily hot training, Philly, this is why. This is also why we take that moment. We should have just had that moment and
Yep.
regroup and
Go
stuff.
for
But
it.
no, now we're here. We're
You're
live.
here.
But it's shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to Daniel. Everybody's out here running Chicago, training for Chicago. I'm getting more and more DMs and texts and stuff of people confirming that they've signed up for this Philly marathon. So I'm happy. I will not be out here running alone. I will be out here
Mm-mm.
getting these miles with friends and family. I really appreciate y'all. I know y'all not coming for me and stuff like that. Y'all not coming because of me, but I'm just happy that y'all will be out there at the same time as me. I will say though, I do feel like I inspired all y'all niggas because man, I got roasted at track last Thursday. I feel like when nobody talking about Philly Marathon before I mentioned it here that I was gonna do it, then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, I'm going.
Trendsetter.
But regardless, if I had nothing to do with it, I'm gonna go to bed every night thinking that. But regardless, I appreciate the fact that y'all are coming because I really did not want to be alone. So
That's why you said it. That's why you put it out into the atmosphere because you was putting on people's radar and making sure they knew where the sign up was.
Yes.
And look, they came through and now you have your support. So yes, kudos to you. Kudos to you. That's amazing. It is, yeah, it's not hot as hell in LA, and I'm actually really enjoying it because the sun, it's like mid 70s, but then like every day it dips back down, nice and cool, breezy, feels great.
Canada coming for y'all too. Just wait.
Let it.
Just wait.
So
you
look,
say
at
that
least,
now.
but the thing is I'm in SoCal, so y'all are up north. Okay, the pattern was New York, okay, Chicago, Minnesota.
Okay.
That's up there. And
So San
we have
Francisco will get it.
our own problems down here. When the time comes, the air quality will be trash. But what
Oh,
y'all are dealing with,
facts.
what y'all are dealing with, that's your own thing. That y'all can keep it, and we got our own situation over here.
What do you know when y'all fire season is?
I mean, the thing is the rain was so crazy over the past few months that, like, who knows?
Who knows?
It could be
Okay.
very, very bad because more things grew.
Yeah.
It also could not be as bad because it was more wet.
Facts. Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I
So
love that.
yeah. So I feel like I should give an update about, okay, because like, one, just started a new job at Athletic Greens. Very excited about that. I'm leading their community efforts, building
Ooh,
things up. It's exciting. Your girl's working a 9 to 5 now. Like,
okay.
I've been an entrepreneur for like 10 years. I've worked with people.
God bless you.
I've helped people grow their businesses. I've been on a lot of startup initiatives. I've done my own thing with Matthew. Now he's the main person doing that thing. And I'm just very much a bopper. I like to learn and grow and move
A
on.
bopper.
Yeah. Like, and that's been my pattern in life. And I feel like now during this moment where I wasn't even really looking for a 9 to 5, I wasn't looking for no job. I was just chilling, coasting. But I realized that, like, I kind of hit a plateau where I was like, okay, what is challenging me right now? And I didn't feel like I was being challenged. And so this opportunity came around and I was just like, this would challenge me. It's kind of like going back to business. It's like going back to business school, but then, like, in real time, like in real, like, learning about, like, the ins and outs of, like, a new type of business, but, like, not in a school form, but actually, like, in, like, a experiential form, which I really love. Like, that's all me, hands-on, learn as I go, which I like. It's my vibe, it's my jam. So
I love that.
excited about that for me. Also, I started, Christian Llorena, who is on my crew, Gumbo Fit captain, he does track. He is going to be helping out with our social media, which is great. But then we were having a meeting and he was saying how he's like, I was like, so what are you up to? And he's like chilling because he just graduated from his master's degree. Congratulations
Hey.
to him, but he's like, he's like, I'm just like traveling and like taking, a break in between school and work. And like, he's like, and I'm doing this 70-day hard challenge thing. And I was like, well, what is that? And he's like, he's like, you got to work out 2 times a day for 45 minutes each, drink a gallon of water, take a photo for your progress, read 10 pages, and you can't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is something new. And I'm in this place in this zone personally where I'm like,
are you about to start doing this?
What? Okay, listen. So he told me about this and I was like, okay, I'm in a place where I've been consistently just looking toward signing up for races to keep me focused on training and moving. And like, I need to start exploring using different ways of motivation to keep me consistent in my activities.
Need a different stimulus.
Yeah. Like, it's like, I want to, and then I want to be able to sign up and go. And when I do decide to train for a race, I'm at a place of fitness that is my base. Strength, mobility, wellness, that's my base. And then, jump into another half marathon situation, jump into another marathon situation, but like have a consistent workout schedule that's outside of running. Because every time I stop running or end a race, it's now what? I don't have anything it's like I don't have nothing to wake me up in the morning to keep me going the next day, or like like a habit to like even get me to go out for a walk. Like, I think walking is completely underrated and I'm trying to do that more. So like, so yeah, I was like, I test drived it over the weekend. And then I was like, okay. And I kept going. And now I'm on day 7. So we're in it. And so far, so good. You are muted. Cannot hear you. But I see your mouth moving. But yeah, folks. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying out this 75-day hard challenge. There's like, it's interesting because there's technically an easy version of it and a hard version. So I'm doing the hard version. Then I posted about it on social media. And because I posted on social media, my friend Morgan Malone out in Chicago was like, "Hey girl, I'm doing this too." And I was like, "What? Word?" I was like, "This is the emotional support that I was looking for." She's like, "Lit." She's like, "I haven't started because you have to do one of your two activities outside." And she's in Chicago and she's like, "I'm going to wait for this air quality to get better." And I was like, good idea. But then she added me to a WhatsApp group of like 9 other women who are also doing
Oh
the
wow.
75-day, right? And I was like, it really says something about when you put it out into the world and you share, because I felt like that was a very vulnerable moment for me when I shared it
Okay.
yesterday. And I thought people were gonna be like, "That's stupid," which there probably were a couple of people who were like, "That's dumb." It's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, so I'm
It's been popping for like I've seen it for the last like year. People been like doing
doing it.
60-day hard, 75-day hard, and stuff like that. There's been a couple different versions of it, but I mean that just sounds hard.
Yeah,
That
well,
sounds like a lot of time out of my day.
it's not though, like, because okay, so let me break down my schedule so far. One, I have ClassPass. ClassPass is great because it's helping me keep things diversified in the activity, right? So
Okay.
I'm implementing Pilates. A Pilates class, great. If you want to take Pilates to the next level, solid core, insane. Okay, insane.
D.
They're all over. They're in Chicago, New York, LA. Like, I'm sure they're in other places too, but like that's just wild. Then also hot yoga, right? That gives me a good stretch, but it also challenges me and pushes me. I also get a good sweat in. Core power yoga. They're really great because
Okay.
they have their strength classes in a heated room on a yoga mat with weights.
What?
Yeah, it's like hot yoga with weights.
That sounds wild.
And you get a set of light weights and heavy weights. It's insane. I'm telling you, like, and I have a gym membership. Have I been to the gym? No, because I've been going to ClassPass.
That's fire.
Right.
What?
So like,
No, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I'm
What's
just
up?
going to Google. I'm just going to Google ClassPass as you talk.
Yeah, because they have different, you could pay like $40 a month and you get a certain amount of
Yeah.
credits and then you use it. Like I would, if it's your first time using it, I would suggest getting the lowest package and seeing how you use it and if you like it. Me, on the other hand, I'm debating on if I want to get the max package because one, I get benefits with my job where they subsidize part of it. And then and also I'm like, I use ClassPass every week, almost every day, especially now since I'm doing 2 workouts a day. So
That's fire. That's fire. I
yeah,
just like y'all. Like I just want y'all to understand that my friendship with Courtney is freaking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like she does these things, and then like tells me about it, and then I like look for the brokest way to do it, and it's actually like as to some extent it's accessible, and I
yeah.
have fun doing these things. But I also would never look for this type of shit.
ClassPass is where it's at. And it's like, and I feel like for me, I need to make my workouts fun and different. Like I can't just go to the gym and stare at machines all day, like and be like, what am I going to do today? Like it's not going to be thorough. And I need the motivation of people in a class to like be like, okay, what is this person doing? They held their little squat 5 more seconds than me. Like, bitch, I can do that too. Like I need the competition. Like I need that. So, and Core Power so they have Yoga Sculpt, and that's what I was just talking about. Then they just recently started a new class that's called Core Power Strength X, which is like also with weights, but it's like harder.
Okay.
So you can really get in strength, mobility. Pilates will get all those little small muscles going for you.
So wait.
Yeah.
So like personal question.
Mhm.
Because like I have an LA membership, and it was for 2 reasons. It was so me and Karen could have a showers in the city, when we was living out in the burbs, and two, ouch, for the pool because I feel like I might have to subsidize some of my running with swimming just because of my little nagging injury that I had. Now that I'm back in the city, I'm wondering if maybe I could swim at the park districts
Yeah.
and maybe swap out that what $40-$50 a month
For
with
this.
for this class pass. Because I mean, like, I want to get into like a minimum yoga, but I've been trying to do it at home by myself, and I just feel like I need some like legit instruction.
Yeah, and they'll actually help you with your posture so that you know what you're doing. Like, yeah, I feel like especially if you're just starting off with yoga, it is helpful to be in a class because then you see other people do it. You have the instruction from like from the actual instructor, and you can get your like the full workout. So,
Mm,
and I would say, yeah, if you do a heated class, people eat before you go
why?
because you will get dizzy, lightheaded. You'll feel like you're gonna faint if you don't.
But don't have like a meal. Like have something like maybe some fruit, something like that.
I eat a full meal like an hour
Oh,
before.
facts.
Like I'll that's the
Facts.
thing. Like I'll cook, maybe not full meal, like because I go to so my point here is because now that I have this job too, like I wake up at like 5 a.m. now. So and I've been wanting to get to this place for a very long time. But this is what happens when I have a lot of shit to do, then I'm motivated to do the shit that I've been wanting to do. And I'm able to
Mm.
schedule it out. I'm able to schedule it out. Lost my mic there for a second. Um And so I've been going to this 6 a.m. class. And when I go to a 6 a.m. hot yoga class, sometimes what I do is I take my athletic greens because that's all my that's that your base nutrition and like vitamins and such. And then also I will like fry a couple eggs or like and then put some cottage cheese on it or like slices of cheese of good cheese
Mm,
and I'll eat that
mm,
really quick it takes me like like maybe 7 minutes to eat that and then I'm out the door and then when I go to these hot classes I always bring water that has electrolytes in it.
mhm.
So like these are important things that I think sometimes people don't know because I've been the one that was like, I'll eat after. And I feel like I'm gonna faint and then I need to spend like part of the class in child's pose.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's like,
Okay. I feel
damn.
that.
So you just be prepared because you sweat, like my whole body will be glistening at the end of a hot yoga class. Um, so yeah, I've been
Is this
signing
going?
up. Mhm.
Is this how yoga going? Like help me get less round if I go.
I mean, it's a good ass sweat. You're literally
Good ass
doing a
sweat.
workout in a sauna.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if that's
Okay.
your,
I'm
you
here
could
for it.
try it and see how your body reacts to it. Um, but then again, like you're losing a lot of electrolytes. So just stay hydrated. But that's where like that drink of a gallon a day kind of comes in for me. And so,
Mhm.
or at least I try to get to a gallon. So my schedule has been early morning workout and then after work workout. And then if I switch them where I'm doing a class pass in the evening, then I'm doing like the light, like my other workout is a walk. And I found this like
Mm,
really dope loop in my neighborhood that's 3 miles and it takes me like an hour. And I've been taking my dog on that. And that's
mm,
my other workout. So that way I'm like putting in the work, the more difficult work, and then I'm still up and moving. And my walk is not like it's up. My neighborhood is so freaking hilly. It's a workout.
mhm.
So
Right.
yeah, that's
Right.
what I've been doing.
My
Oh,
son
also look
is
at my muscles.
Oh shit.
Look at my muscles right now. Look at my
Yeah, you
upper
got
body.
arms, G. Where'd you get arms from?
I don't know. I
I
honestly
don't
don't.
know.
I think it's the yoga because you spend so much time on your hands, like in plank.
Mm, okay.
And like after a certain amount of down dogs and full like salutations, like that shit's hard, especially if you're doing it correctly. Yeah. So abs are
You got me kind
next.
of excited about this. I might do this 14 trial, see how I feel. I want to get into yoga because I found out from Mike that technically training for Philly doesn't start until like around July 16th. That's about 18 weeks out.
Okay.
So I got a few more weeks, and now that I'm here in the city and semi settled, like I feel like I want to do some pre training, like build a very, very, very small base. Because just like for those who don't know, like a base that you should have going into marathon training, I believe is roughly like about 500 miles on your legs.
Oh,
Um,
I thought it was like, or like 10 miles a week on average. Like you
what do
should
you
be
mean?
at I think we're talking about two different things, but yeah, I think however many miles you said you should probably be at that, but then also you should be able to run at least 10 miles.
Yeah, yeah. Minimum
Yeah.
requirement, be able to run 10 miles a week, because that's probably roughly around where you're gonna start if you like did one of those, like that Nike/Chicago marathon training plan. It starts you with very, very small mileage week one, that first week. So you should be able to carry out 10 miles, and it's going to slowly build you up to 20 to 30, and so on and so forth. So, but what we learned through the RCA training was our whatever training was a good base. I might be wrong actually. It's anywhere between 3 to 5, but I feel like it's about 500 miles. I do feel like if you've been training for Shamrock and went into training uh what do you call it? You have a really good base, 13.1. You have a
Yeah.
strong base. Uh, I do not have that base. So right now, getting up to being able to run 10 to 20 miles a week before I start any like speed training and stuff like that, just doing easy run-ins, recovery runs, long runs, long runs. Is where I am. But then I also want really, really before we get into the thick of marathon training, like for me, for Philly, before week 6, I want to be at 3 days of strength training, cutting back to 2.
Got it.
And that's, and then, have like a full foundation, basic understanding of yoga and stuff like that. So these are the things that I want going into week 6 of marathon training. So I'm gonna try this class fast out because that's at 3:45. I'm gonna keep saying it and I'm gonna keep putting it out here and make myself accountable. 3:45 is what we doing. I'm going back to first and second marathon when I was like really not strict, but really disciplined with my diet, eating a lot more meals in the house, but then also because I do eat most of my meals at home, but also what meals am I making at home and stuff like that. Cutting out a lot of processed food, cutting out unnecessary dairy and stuff like that to cut down on the inflammation. Because we also going to get down to what I believe is a good running weight for me, which is about 200 pounds.
Mm.
So between now and Philly, we cutting 25 pounds
Yeah.
of fat.
Whoa. You should do some math on that and see how much that is like a month or a week or.
Yeah. I should. That for me is like a soft goal because
Yeah.
I don't want to get into weighing myself. I don't really want to deal with that. Um, but I'm keeping that as in like I know I need to create a calorie deficit. I know once I get up into like week 8, the halfway point and up is gonna be kind of hard to have a bit of a calorie deficit because I know I need to make sure I'm eating, fueling myself. So, fat loss and marathon training don't really go hand in hand, even though you're running so many miles. But I'm also burning so many calories. So that is a very, very soft way. I do know though that it should naturally happen if I do these things, eat responsibly, stay consistent with working out and running. It should pretty much happen. But it's not something I want to spend like hard attention to because I don't want to. My priority is running and building a stronger body. So I'm
Right.
also putting on muscle. So that
Right.
200 might not. When I was hitting 200 in the past, I was doing no strength training. So I was just burning muscle, burning body fat, doing everything, which might have counted to that large drop. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll
Because
see. We'll
we
see.
all know muscle weighs more than fat. So being
Yeah,
strong
yeah.
is the key here.
Yeah, so I might be physically smaller, which I think is what's for me what's important. Listen, if you are at a reasonable weight, if you're I'm overweight. Like I'm legit. Like I carry my weight well. I have broad shoulders. I do have some muscle up under this fat, but I am definitely. I'm my height and I'm like 230 pounds. You know what I'm saying? 230, maybe even 35 at this point. I am legitimately overweight. So I'm having a conversation from that perspective. If you are at a reasonable weight, if you fall well within a healthy range, this is not something. Why are you going to my room? Okay. Sorry. But if you fit within that norm in a healthy range in a decent range, like this conversation is not for you. I don't want y'all to take this and be like, oh, if I want to run fast, I need to be smaller. I need to be lighter. No, I should not be trying to run 26.2 miles at the pace that I want to go, carrying all of this weight if I want to have longevity in running. That's how, because I want to get faster. And as I get faster, my weight multiplies. And so I don't want to multiply 230 pounds by 4 while I'm running. I would feel more comfortable doing 200 or 185, which is technically still bigger and overweight for my height if you take in that BMI shit. But these are my personal goals. I'm not speaking in general and saying, hey, if you overweight, lose weight if you want to be a marathon runner. Or if you want to be fast, you should be small and skinny. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone should have the space to share their own personal goals.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, everyone is a runner, everyone is an athlete. If you have a body and you can move, like, right? Like, it is what it is. You have to determine what your goals are. And
Yeah.
that's okay. If it's healthy for you, I love that.
Yeah, that's what we on, fam. That's what we on. So I have a plan. I have a direction, and I'm sticking to it. So these resources like Class Fast, like that, these things are like dumb helpful. If anybody else out there had any information or has something going on, especially now, I remember like some episodes ago, I was complaining about not getting invited to places.
Mhm.
And then I started getting invited to places, but then I also did not live nowhere near these places I was being invited to. Y'all, I'm sorry and I'm grateful. Please invite me again. I can come. I'm here.
You're
I
in
am
the
home.
city
I have arrived. Okay.
and
Awesome.
summertime
Awesome.
shy.
And summertime shy. Please invite me to all of the things. I know the very first thing I'm gonna do, probably not next week because I have August, well, maybe even next week, but the following week, I am going to Marina's spin class to see what that is like. Because she was like inviting me when she first started it and stuff like that. First, like got into it, and I just couldn't. It was like in the morning, and that was ridiculous. Or like in the evening during like rush hour. It was just. I could not figure out how to make it to these things. So I know for a fact that I will be going to that. But if y'all got any other classes, like Ian is out here and he's trying to be cute. So help me out.
Wow. Yeah, I love that. Okay. Well, I feel like that wraps up our episode today.
Does it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I feel like for me, I don't know what else you have to share.
I don't know. I kind of miss you. So I was happy to talk to you.
I miss you too. I miss everyone. Like, I miss everyone in Chicago. Low-key, I'm like already plotting. I'm like, when am I going to? I'm going to be back in August, actually.
Facts.
I'm going to be back in August. Yeah. So I'm going to be there for the Take the Lead running retreat.
Ooh.
Which was created by Allison Desir. So, I'm putting that out there. Maybe I'll add it to show notes. I think there's still an opportunity to get tickets. We're going to be talking all things running, but also like, I'm probably going to bake in time where I can just hang with the homies.
You already know. Let's do it. Let's go. Come to the crib, chill out, go out for dinner, eat in for dinner.
For sure.
Whatever. Let's go.
Love that.
All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your run. We gave you a 90-minute run right here. Y'all have a good one. Peace.